Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between.
And let's go and get it.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
Yeah. Now, welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
My name is Sean, and we are two chefs taking our lives one finished plate at a time.
And we talk about whatever and ever and everything else in between.
That's right.
Coming at you with a number 2 feels. This is where the round 2 fight would come in. See, it's like a whole thing, Sean. We spoken about how my ticket was before, and how you shouldn't get a ticket because it's no bueno. Let's not do that. Sean, let's do a quick little. Oh man, I forgot the screen. Because there was a couple of video games that were actually out really quickly. I want to get your input on it.
Sure, let's talk about that.
Before we kind of go everything else on top of it, the Dragon Ball Z game, the
Kakarot.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, right? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen footage of it just yet?
Yeah, I saw it. It came out, I want to say a few weeks back. I've seen footage.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like graphically, it looks good. It just looks repetitive. And
it is.
So I kind of realized that, look, as much as I like video games, not every video game is going to be for me. And just like, all right, perfect example. So I got Disney Plus and was watching the remakes of Aladdin and The Lion King. And while both of them were good, like I kind of totally didn't need either one of them because I had grew up with the originals.
Of course.
And that's kind of how I feel about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It's just like, grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. We've seen it like redone and remastered and redacted and trimmed down for YouTube. We've seen the movies. We played the games. It's like, I can skip this one. I can just skip it. Like, I don't need to see, the story of Goku and Piccolo. Like, they're gonna get better at retelling the story, but not every time is the time for me, man. Gotta let it breathe. I mean, we just had like a really, really, really good Dragon Ball Z fighting game, and probably like the best Dragon Ball game of all time last year, and still making my way through that. So, I'm passing on Kakarot. Just passing.
Another one is Animal Crossing that's just about to come out, and that's a lot of hype for it. I'm a fan. I'm interested to just watch somebody play because I'm not gonna buy it. I can't. I don't want to have another video game on my browser and just die. But Street Fighter 5, Sean, February 14th.
It's like
what is the difference between the regular version and the Championship Edition?
So pretty much like every big game over the last couple of years, they've been releasing like battle passes and season passes, which have been like regular content updates for the game. And I want to say like the base game came out 4 years ago or 5 years ago at this point for like $60, and then every year they've added a few new characters and a whole bunch of stages, roughly for $20. And pretty much for the Championship Edition, they compiled all that stuff into one game. There's a big update if you already own the regular version of Street Fighter that you can upgrade to. Or if you don't have it at all, you can just go into the store, buy Championship Edition, and you will have damn near all the downloadable content, all the stages, all the characters. And I think that's how they're going to kind of wrap it up. Yeah, like they could have called it Game of the Year Edition or whatever, but that's what that is. So
that's kind of cool. I didn't even realize it's all coming in February. Bayonetta. I think the anniversary
so
bundle.
Crazy.
So good. Like, it came out so long ago. Like if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean Bayonetta and Vanquisher
3.
Good. I mean, this is it's a weird time of the release release point for a lot of games because we got the new consoles coming out later this year. So a lot of the companies are just repackaging their proven hits to kind of have stuff to sell that's going to
system,
requires a significantly less effort to produce, but we'll bring in a steady trickle of money. I mean, look at this for February, right? You've got Yakuza 5 remastered, Yakuza remastered, Street Fighter remastered, Devil May Cry 3 remastered, Bayonetta Vanquish 10th anniversary remastered, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That game came out in 1992. Under Night Birth, which is like the third version of that, like Kingdom Hearts 3, all of Mega Man Zero. These are games that came out 15 and 20 years. Samurai
ago.
Showdown.
Oh my god!
Most of these games that are coming out this month alone are not brand new.
Correct.
So it's kind of shows you where you are in terms of this point of the generation as far as video games are concerned, which is the B and C teams are cranking out re-releases and remastered while the A teams start to work on the games. Like the one pictured in the bottom there, Halo Infinite, that'll be showcases for the next generation.
Oh, it's gonna be so good! I can't wait. I'm always interested in the Halo stuff because one, I was a Halo fan ever since Xbox original. 1 and 2 were one of my favorites. Halo 3 also was pretty amazing and stuff. And then after that, it just kind of got whacked for me. And then I went back again to PlayStation. But it just depends on what it is. Hopefully the next Halo would be the same thing. However, even though new consoles are appearing, they are all going to be backwards compatible. So all these games won't be, to the vein. They should be able to play into the newer consoles. But as the radar is kind of playing right now, Ghost of Tsushima will be like the main freaking game that I'm waiting for all consoles. But I think even sooner is Cyberpunk 2077 should be out
that's September
sooner than that.
Yeah, we got that in September. Man. Last of Us 2 in May.
Last of Us 2, yep.
Yeah, there's still going to be some really good original stuff that will be rounding out the end of this generation. I would be curious to see, as you get closer to the release date, if they're going to have a port for the newer consoles and PC for those two games in particular. Kind of like a farewell to the stuff that we're playing right now and a big hello to the new stuff. Newer hardware is going to drop. Yeah. I mean, as I'm looking at the calendar, want to pick your brain on it. Yeah, I think I'm more than likely going to get the new Xbox first. I think that's where I'm leading. I don't know, but we will see. We will see.
Heard. All right, let's bring it into Sean. Are you ready?
Sure.
It's coming to get you. It's coming to get it. It's getting there. Are you ready? 4.
Sean Stack Tuesday.
Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Or Tuesday. Or whenever it comes out.
Tuesday. On a Thursday. Or Tuesday. Who knows when it's a release.
It doesn't matter when it comes out. It's Sean Stack Tuesday.
Tuesday with a question mark. On a Thursday.
Well, Tuesday? Thursday?
Right.
Friday? Oh my gosh. Sean Tech Tuesday, bring it
Tech
out,
Tuesday.
Sean. What you got for me?
Yes, so we are still going to stay on video games for a little while. The great developers at BioWare just released a press release regarding their game Anthem. And I know this is a game that you played last year that I did not play. Disgusting. And exactly the way that game was massively hyped, and it came out to middling reviews, but it sold really, really well. So obviously,
is this for real, Sean? Do you see this? Is this a real number?
I think I'm looking up something wrong. Hold on.
This is just
no. That's something else. That's not. Yeah, that's. I was like, they didn't.
I'm like, there's no way.
They made $3.8 billion on that game. Look,
okay, here we go.
Yes, Right. There you go. That sounds about more realistic. So yeah,
that sounds disgusting.
Obviously, the developers, they spent a lot of time on that game, and it came out and it sold well, but the reviews were not good. And they intended for that game to be a series, like Destiny, that was going to kind of last for a few different games. But obviously, when it came out, people were just like, "This game is not good." And they're just like, well, we want to be able to make a lot of money on this thing for a long time. So what they have released in the press release, right? They're just like, hey, we've heard your reviews. Well, we know what the problems are about this game. We are going to relaunch this game. We're just gonna we're gonna go back. We said there was gonna be content updates and DLC. We're gonna slow that down a bit. We're going to re-release this game, and kind of try to be more in line with the vision that we anticipated. So,
gross.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What do you? As someone who bought that game, and I know you were hyped. Would you be looking forward to playing a better version of that game, or rather the version of the game that they thought they were making?
So here's the thing. Like anything else, you are taking a gamble. When you pre-order, I pre-ordered. So that's the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. I think moving forward, since people get it to begin with before I would, I'm going to use Twitch to further look at the game, to kind of see it, to see if it is up to snuff, and then maybe make a decision off of that. Because one, if I pre-order it again and then I play it on my console and it does the same thing where it shuts it down, it's a waste of money again.
I forgot that it even did that. I forgot that was an issue that was happening. Like that's right. It was like
with my console
so buggy that it was shutting people's consoles off. Like in addition to it,
is that real life?
I forgot. See,
what other game does that?
I didn't buy this one. Like I remember as it was coming out, I was like, I don't know, man. This game looks really, really light, and there was a beta for it, and flying around was cool, and the graphics were cool. But I was like, man, there doesn't look to seem to be more than this happening, And I'm like, I'll wait for the reviews and, listen to recommendations from my friends. And a lot of people bought it and no one was talking about it. And it seems like the type of game where like it needs to have a good loop where people come back to it. It's not about playing by yourself, but by playing with other people. And when no one was talking about it, I was like, I think I heard all I need to hear. But they're re-releasing it.
Quick tangent, Apex Legends would be more amazing to play instead of this thing.
Right, and that was the thing too. It was just like they had this big game that they spent hundreds of millions of dollars of marketing, had a big campaign, a beta, thought they were going to draw all this money from it. And then they sneak release Apex. Like literally the game was like announced on a Thursday and came out the Tuesday. And then it ends up being one of their biggest games of the year. And also, I'm sure it's helping to kind of fund some of the redevelopment of Anthem because of how much money it made.
This is not good. I understand for people that are kind of looking at this or hearing it from our mouths, $100 million in gross sales for a video game when you do hundreds already just in marketing and in commercials. This is a loss. This is a wash. It's no bueno. So they've barely made anything, if in that. Because look, if you look at it, 3.5 million came in for in-game purchases,
which is not a lot. Which tells you a lot there too, because that meant like people bought the game, and then no one who bought the game thought it was worth it to invest more into it. Like that number is really, really, really low. Like the ratio should be significantly higher.
Yeah, like I think there would be plus if it was like in a 700 or 800 million. That'd be a little more. That's like Call of Duty numbers, that'd be like the main thing.
And that's what they thought that's what they thought they were making, which is like their own sci-fi IP that could last. It could be talked about like the Halo, that we were talking about earlier, where the game came out in 2001 and it's 2020 and we're still talking about it.
Halo gross sales.
Yeah.
From the first initial. $3.4 billion.
$3.4 billion, 65 million copies. And, that's also considering that those Halo games were only on one platform. Whereas Anthem, when it came out, was on PCs,
everywhere.
On PlayStation, on Xbox. It's, had the potential to be in a whole bunch of different places and, sell to a lot more people. So, it's interesting that they took a big swing and and missed. And they're just like, you know what? Hey, we did make all that time and money investment, and we did release a subpar product to the fans. So we're going to try again. The one thing they didn't say is how they're trying again. So is it going to be a whole new game? Are they going to give it free to people who already bought it, or discounted to people who bought it? Like, is it going to be Anthem 2? I guess we'll have to kind of stay tuned and see what they're doing there. But it was interesting that they came out with that press release, at this time of year, kind of, saying what their intentions were.
This would be where the buzzer sound would be, Sean.
I guess you're out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything is into its own. I want to see it first. Somebody's going to buy this game no matter what. And you can view it firsthand, see how the gameplay footage goes. Yeah. And then we'll make a decision. But for me, for the time being, I'd rather Overwatch.
See? Yeah. And that's coming soon. It's coming soon. Mm-hmm. I have a question for you. Because it was a game that you bought last year that I thought was interesting, but I did not play. The Division 2. What do you think?
Okay, after just like Division 1,
I just bought this game. I'm going to tell you how much I bought it for in a second. But continue.
Oh, okay. But, if you can remember Division 1, where it launched spectacular, first of its kind, that kind of system altogether, really intuitive, like UI inside the game, but it took several months before it got to the game that it was. Same thing with Division 2. The first initial launches, even in the third month when we were playing, my brother and I, they were still fixing so many bugs and how things were kind of moving into its own, that I felt like I got bored of it already because they couldn't fix it fast enough. So for me, in my opinion, the first 3 months, I kind of loved it and I kind of hated it at the same time. It got repetitive the second hour. How's that?
Okay. All right. I will tell you how much I bought this game for.
Now, how much did you buy it for before I curse you out?
$3 American.
Oh my gosh. $3. $3.
$2.99. $2.99. Like literally right before I was going to bed, I got like a little alert. And it was like the Division 2.
Wait, can we just look it up?
Yeah, it's on the Microsoft store right now for $2.
Can we just look it up? Now I'm fucking pissed.
You can buy it brand new at GameStop as of right now for $5.
What the hell? Oh, it doesn't even tell you what it is. Come on, Google. All right, well, we can't find it, but at $3, that's my
$3.
I paid full price, Sean. I paid full price.
And again, you didn't do the wrong thing.
Sad day.
This is why I definitely stress it. Someone who's like worked in video games retail.
Wait.
You probably should not pre-order. Just don't pre-order game. Like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because like these things follow such a predictable sale curve where like the game comes out for full price and then within 3 weeks the game is like literally you can, if the game is like $60 in 3 weeks, it's 45. You know,
but you know what it is? I think I'm romanticizing the fact that I wanted to feel like Halo or Elder Scrolls when I pre-ordered it or all the other Final Fantasies that I did, because I absolutely love those games. I kind of want to have the same feeling to a game that I felt that it was going to perform just like that. That's why I pre-order. However, I'm not pre-ordering it.
Yeah, just don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Plus, the other thing too is like you're not buying anything physical. Like this is not something that is supply constrained. You're just gonna download some ones and zeros from a server somewhere. So
that is true.
You know, unless, like I said, there are a few games where I will pay full price for. For me, the NBA game that comes out every year, and that's because I will literally play. I could just play that and just be fine. Yep. But aside from that, everything else, I just wait. Just wait. Even if you're remotely interested. I mean, I would have probably bought the Division 2 at like $20, maybe. Yeah. If I was interested.
It's for $3 right now.
$3.
For everyone listening. $3. Shoot yourself if you bought it.
if I only make it 2 hours into that game, I'm just like, you know what, Casey, you were right. This game, this ain't it. It's $1.50 an hour. I'm good on that. I'm good on it. If I bought it so quickly, I thought it was a price mistake. I was like, surely when I wake up in the morning, it's going to be $29.99. Because that sounds about right for a game that came out less than a year ago. I was like, you know what? Yeah. They're going to have to, you know, Microsoft's going to have to come for that extra $27. They got to email me. Like, look, yeah.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. You learn, and you know that is the lesson.
I did pre-order Cyberpunk though.
Okay, what'd you get for your pre-order?
Just the regular release.
Okay,
nothing too crazy. However, here's the thing: I know CD Projekt Red will always perform. Perform.
I have no doubt in my mind that is true. Like there are some companies that's like you're gonna have to show me that you're gonna do a bad job. They release like one game every 10 years, it seems like. So yeah, I would not feel bad about I guess that game in particular, but just in general, man, unless you are one of those people that needs like some sort of physical statue or physical good that's going to come with something that might be supply constrained, I would tell you just hold on to your money, because you're pretty much just giving some retailer like an interest-free loan on something that you were going to buy anyway. So get it when you get it, or wait 3 weeks and spend $6.
Or wait 3 weeks,
yeah. Especially if it's coming out, if it's a game that's coming out at the end of the year, like because then it's going to be Black Friday.
Wait till like January next year, because
comes out in September.
Everybody's trying to buy it for the holidays. I get
November, you're going to hit a sale. And then in January probably another one as well. But that's my my video game tech tips.
Oh my god! Like I said, I want to feel the same way I did when Final Fantasy VIII first came out, and I pre-ordered that. Final Fantasy IX. Also, I love RPG games, and I think that's why I pre-order things. In that aspect, so I can play it first and get the
generation
shebang for it. But now
it was all about that.
Now it's just I'm good. It's whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna look it up first. Somebody would buy it before I would.
For sure. There's gonna be previews and video, and you can actually see it. Like that's the thing, is like you can't hide a bad video game or a bad because you can you're not just looking at like a picture and trying to fill in the gaps. It's like no, you can watch someone play it. You can see their hands. You can see their actual reactions. Like you can look at their other videos and go, wait, is this person being paid to play this thing? Do they have like an endorsement by this? Like, and then you can watch a million videos of someone else doing something similar and kind of form your opinion. Or you can just download a demo yourself and, or a free trial or try it out, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
And you will know.
I don't know. Still game of the year for me, Overwatch. Always be for like the past 4 or 5 years now. I've actually recently opened it, Sean, the other day. I played Overwatch. Hey. Really dangerous.
On your PlayStation?
On PC.
Okay.
On PC.
All right, shout out to that.
Because I have it on Steam. I have it on there. And I open it, I'm like, shit. Snap. Damn. Now I get the itch. I'm like, should I play Overwatch or should I go do some other things like clean the house or whatever? Yeah, stuff like that, Sean. That's my existential crisis right now. Overwatch or playing games. But to answer your question, I know you're looking at my screen right now. Temtem?
Temtem. Yeah, what's that like? I mean, I have
Pokemon.
an idea. Adult Pokemon. Like adult
so,
Pokemon?
Okay, not like they're banging.
Okay,
Pokemon,
all right.
But
I was like, Temtem anymore.
You're familiar with the Pokemon verse. You kind of know how the battle styles are. Okay, let's give it some perspective. Let's say the other opponent gives you a debuff, like a poison effect or a sleep effect, on the entire party.
All right.
On Pokemon currently, on Sword and Shield, it would do individual plus the animation plus the buff effect. It takes like 5 seconds, right? Into the second person, same exact thing. That whole sequence took like maybe 10, 11 seconds. On Temtem, 2 seconds. Literally the entire party affected, boom. Stats, buff, trailer. And you're just like, okay, all right. Now you're playing into the game. Now you're reacting instead of waiting. And you're like spamming A if you're on console or whatever. Just to get to the next frame because all this is happening. So they kind of fast tracked all the bullcrap that Pokemon does currently. And streamlined it so your experience is a little faster. But then again, it's on PC, so it's a different engine altogether when you're playing. But the the style and the characters isn't as good as Pokemon. Okay. So that'd be like the only thing. It's like half washed out. Pastel colors is like the main thing for it. But I love it. I dig it. It's in beta phase right now. It releases a little later on in the year. There is a cap, so we're just kind of waiting. It's on Steam. I think it was like $30. I think to play the beta. And the coolest thing is they have a thread. Oh, like anything, everyone has a thread, but they reply individually to everyone that kind of gave feedback. Oh, like if you just look at the thread, no matter what the comment was. Okay, how about this, etc. Or whoever's replying to it, shout out to the devs at Temtem for literally trying to make it better. And every other day there's a patch update. It's like, how is this going? How is this new thing going? Tell us your playstyle, because when it releases, like the full blown game comes up, everything gets added into it, etc. So I'm excited. So that's what Temtem is.
That's cool.
I know you can see like gameplay footage somewhere.
But I mean, there's nothing like getting the opinion of someone that you know. Like again, I know the stuff that you play. I know how much time you're willing to give something. So if you like it, then I know that it's probably something that I would, if I'm interested in, should continue to pursue, like the Division 2 for $3.
I think you'd like it. I think you really will like it, especially after they fixed it for so much now. I think it's an entirely different game. The experience that you're going to have is completely what it should be, besides to what I experienced it almost a year ago now, when it first released in the first 3 months. I think you dig it. I think you really would.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to,
because I was looking at it the other day.
Soon enough.
It's funny you mentioned it on Twitch. Somebody was streaming. I was like, oh wow, literally different. Like, entire thing is different. I think I kind of want to play it, but I already traded in. I could care for it.
Gotcha.
Deleted the files.
Well, hey man, $2 gets you back in the game. $3.
No, Sean, I will not.
No, I got you. I mean, that is the one good thing about, kind of looping back to what we were talking about, Anthem and, Temtem and the Division. All these games are live games, so they're not a finished product. Like someone, if the companies that make them want to divert the resources to them, or people are still paying into them through DLC, they can go back and start to fix these games. Yeah. And they will be better products than they are when they kind of come out the box, which also flows back into what I was saying about like not pre-ordering, because it's almost a case like you will be paying the full price for the incomplete product and more often than not. So, if you wait a little while, bugs will get fixed, content will be added, and you will probably have a better overall experience for slightly less money. For slightly less.
I dig it though.
Significantly less.
If you're a fan of Pokemon, definitely get
try out Temtem.
I think you dig it.
All right.
I think you totally dig it.
I thought it would be interesting because I don't have a Switch, so I am not playing Pokemon through any other means. So Temtem
Switch Lite, Sean, $189.99.
Yeah, man, that Animal Crossing Switch looks.
That's what I said,
dope.
Yo, bro.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily fit in with the aesthetic of my home theater, but who cares, man? That thing looks pretty dope. I like.
Yo, who cares, man? Like, I bought Caitlin the Switch Lite maybe a few months ago. Mm-hmm. Had I known they're gonna release one for Animal Crossing, I probably would have just got down for her. Like straight up, I dig Animal Crossing. Like, I'm a weird gamer. I like a whole lot of weird crap.
Animal Crossing brings me back. Like, I played it on the GameCube and the Wii, but I didn't have a Wii U and I don't have a Switch, so I haven't played, or I didn't have a 3DS, so I didn't play those new ones. But I thought it was pretty cool. You know, you kind of new guy in a new town, and you gotta kind of support yourself and work, get a job, and it's like kind of like the Sims,
it's like
but the
mini
Nintendo Sims. Yeah, and the other townspeople were very quirky and interesting. You know,
and there's
going
animals.
Fishing, and you got to pay off your mortgage and bells. It's a weird,
just like you do in real life.
Yeah, man. You know, so I'm looking forward to the reviews for that, and yeah, man, that variant Nintendo Switch with the Animal Crossing print looks pretty dope.
No,
you might have to pre-order that because I'm sure supplies will be limited on that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be limited. I know a few of my buddies already have posted they pre-ordered it, so I'm like, hey, let me know. It kind of looks cool. I'm not gonna buy it. I already have a Switch. It'd be a waste of money for me. But I am interested, just for everybody that's kind of where we are on video form. I need to keep saying this in a little more concise every time we do an episode. We are on video format, so Sean and I are talking via Skype. We are bantering back and forth, and he can see my screen. Yeah, and that's why there's clicking and keyboard tapping on my end that you hear. Is she in the couch?
Yeah, she's on the couch. I
think. Yeah, she's chilling, bro. Chilling. She's an absolute riot. How's that? Caitlin has bought her several. It's like it. The toy on a string.
Oh, like okay, like the Yankee, wand. Yeah, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
However, it makes a noise, so it like beeps and chirps and shit. She absolutely wants to kill it, and it hangs pretty far up, so she would like jump up, grab it in her mouth, and try to yank the hell out of it. It's an absolute joy for Caitlin, but you know, I'm like, babe, she's gonna yep, you're ripped. There you go, bye. She's like, oh well, that didn't last as long as the other one. I'm like, that's not the point. Stop giving her fucking toys. She's like, but she needs everything. I'm like, I know. How about a pirate costume? I'm okay with that. Let's go pirate costume. Huh? How's that? She's gonna get a pirate costume, Sean. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna do a photo sesh. Oh my god, what a great idea. We're gonna photo shoot session. Our cat.
You can put some of them up on the Patreon.
Oh my goodness. Okay, people. Other than that, guys, we out.
We're out. Peace out, internet.